Alright, so today we're going to build ourselves a progressive hose pack for forestry wildland. We're going to do, all we need is a backpack, 100 feet of inch and 100 feet of inch and a half, and a gated Y. So we're going to walk you through on how to build it, and then we'll deploy one. So up here, we have our inch and a half and 100 feet of inch. We're going to take 100 feet of inch with a nozzle on it, and we're going to fold it over. We're going to fold it in half. Alright, so we folded it in half. Now we're going to lay the inch on top of the inch and a half. Alright, so as you can see, we're going to start taping here. We've got it just behind the nozzle. The nozzle is just behind the end of the gated Y, folded right on top of our inch and a half. We're going to go ahead and tape this right here. Now this doesn't need to be super tight, but doesn't need to be super loose. Just enough to maintain the position of the hose. The key here is when we deploy this, by charging the hose, it's going to pop this tape. So now we're going to lay this every 5 to 6 feet. We're going to tape the two together on top of each other. So we're going to do this all the way down the length of the hose. Now you're going to want to use masking tape or painter's tape to do this because they both break fairly easily. Duct tape has too much adhesive and isn't going to break for you. It's going to end up causing more hassle in the end. I break it in half because it's just easier. You don't have to do it that way though. Easier to break, not necessarily easier to do. We're almost done. We have inch and a half folded on top of the inch on top of the inch and a half. And the inch is folded into a 50-foot section on top of the inch and a half, which is left at its 100-foot. Then we're going to go ahead and tape it on the end like Zach just said so it doesn't catch on anything. Create a ramp. We don't want to pinch the water off. We want it to be able to flow through there so it breaks that knot. did that, we went ahead and suctioned out all the air in the water to make this airtight, simple as possible. As you can see, I probably could have used the full piece. The tape here is a little loose, but it's gonna hold up for me. We're gonna take this Y, and we're gonna place it at the bottom of the bag. So we are going to fold this the width of the bag. Back and forth, like as if you were doing a cross leg. That's how you're going to want to do this. And we're going to do it this way until we reach 50 feet. At the end of the 50 feet, we're going to start laying from front to back instead of side to side. You want to make sure that you tuck those ends down in there so we can get all the hose in here. Tight squeeze. You got to make sure you do it right. It helps to have two people, as you can see now that Zach's helping out. Alright, so now we're about 50 feet. We're going to start going front to back. And now with front to back, you want to make sure that you really tuck that down in there. So we're going to, I'd like to fold it, tuck it all the way towards the back. Although we're tucking it in there pretty tight, we're making sure keep it pretty neat so it deploys and doesn't pinch on itself. the U.S. Forest Service developed this recently to replace the Gassner, which they're having problems with deploying in the field. It was tangling up on them when they were charging it. A lot of times you'd have to end up flaking it out yourself because it'd be kind of a tangled mess. Whereas this, when you see us deploy it, it's real simple. We leave a little pony out and hand it to our engineer. He's going to attach it to the pump, and I just walk. And then once it's all the way out, we charge it and it's ready to go. So we're going to go do that right now. It's pretty easy. Right now, he just go ahead, he releases one strap and loosens the other side. He's gonna hook it up, ready to go. I'm gonna start going. So pull itself out. Now we're at the end with the Y. Put the bag to the side. And here we are. Ready to go. Send water. I make sure that this is open and this is closed. Now the key is not to get this too tight. You want to leave it so it doesn't pitch it off and we can have water coming in. And there it goes. If you look down the line, you can see that it's popped most of our tape. It's going to come around, coming down the ramp to me right now. And it popped the tape. And I have water here at the end of my hose. And we can go ahead and just start going.